I'm Adam, and I play bass in the Boxer Rebellion.
I'm Piers, and I play drums.
And I'm Nathan, and I'm the singer, and we are in the Boxer Rebellion, and you're listening to the AE Review.
Well, welcome to Singapore. Have you played here before?
We haven't. No, we've. These guys have flown through on the way to Oz and stuff, but no. It's our first time. It's.
Never been. None of us.
No. It's quite. We've played in Asia before, but not this particular spot.
What kept you from Singapore? Because I mean, it is a stop, hop, skip, and a jump before you get to Australia.
You seem very keen.
Sure. Well, what I was going to say is that only really lately has there been like a big enough kind of music market emerging for bands like ours that aren't necessarily the massive acts to even kind of consider coming over. It's obviously quite a big cost, but luckily stuff's going on right now, and that means that we finally get to be here. People have been asking us for years, and we've been saying we will, and now we can finally actually end their wait.
That's right, and you're playing on the big outdoor stage tonight. How are you coping with the heat?
I remember, the last time, we haven't really properly been here, but Adam and I had a stopover on the way to Australia. That doesn't count, visiting a country, but my only memory, because I used to smoke then, was nipping out for a cigarette, and the airport's really nice, and it was like, it was like stepping into a sauna. And then we headed to Melbourne actually, and it was 44 degrees.
So not much better.
That was a crazy hot period, and it's not. I wouldn't say it's been quite as humid as that experience for me. Though last night was pretty bad, and I don't do the heat, to be honest. I don't do extreme temperatures.
You wouldn't have wanted to cut big balls.
I love. I wouldn't have wanted. I mean, you're a nice guy. I've just met you, but it would have been weird if you were cupping my balls last night. Pretty weird.
I don't know. Okay. Was it Thursday night? That sounds about right.
It's a new Friday.
That's right.
Our sets, because we have 4 records, our sets have been a best of, even though sorts anyway. So I think that's keeping up that theme.
Well, you do have that thing now where we can genuinely see what is popular in whichever country you're going to, even track by track, which is excellent. And obviously back in the day they didn't really have that kind of extent of information in terms of even track popularity. So, if a certain track has done well enough or pretty well in a certain territory, we have to throw it in, and likewise if it hasn't, we can take it out. That kind of makes it a little bit easier actually.
Definitely. Analytics. It's been a buzzword here at the festival.
Love
Hashtag
big data.
analytics. Yeah.
Hashtag analytics. Metadata. Gotta love it. Well, let's talk about the latest record. It's been out for almost a year now, or maybe even
just
has been
over a year. Yeah.
So you're a year into that cycle. I guess that means you're kind of coming to the end of it.
You'd think so, and we kind of thought so, and then we're going to do a bit more. We just one of the tracks just got added to a Google ad in the States, so that may give it a bit more life. It just depends on the territory, I think. But in some places in Europe, I mean, we're still releasing singles and things like that. It's had a bit of longevity to it.
You find that if you're not Coldplay or U2, where all that money is ploughed in from before day one, and then it is just go from that moment on for a couple of years. Sometimes with a campaign like ours, it can be kind of, you don't really know what's going to pop up sometimes. So some things stick in certain territories and other things don't. That's pretty common. Getting an ad in a territory like that can change things for a band of most sizes, to be honest. So
yeah, fair enough. And that can come anywhere in a cycle. So
yeah,
rejuvenates it. I mean, what was it? Phoenix. It was 58 weeks before Wolfgang Amadeus broke in America.
Yeah.
And they were touring that for 4 years. So there you go.
Maybe that'll happen.
Maybe we'll be touring this album in 10 years.
You know,
We'll just be hanging out every 9 months for something else to change.
Sorry. Eventually get through like each song getting a sync deal somewhere
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
world,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tour 6 months around Portugal, and then move on. What is next though? Looking forward, I mean, what have you got coming up? You know, following the sync deal, are there things happening?
We're doing a few things in. We'll be doing another European tour at the end of the year, but we're writing a new record,
Yeah.
and then that will kind of, I guess, decide that will decide what we do next. Really, I think
Yeah. Festivals.
festivals, all that good stuff.
Got stuff going on in the Netherlands at the moment. It's one of the places that our latest album really took off in, and so that's been great. We've got some of our biggest festival slots that we've ever done coming up in the Netherlands. They have a lot of festivals anyway, so it'll be good. We'll be doing that during the summer.
And Australia, when was the last time you were down there? It's been a while.
2010,
Yeah.
2009, 2010.
2009,
Yeah, we'd love. I mean, we'd love to go.
So Falls Festival, was it Pyramid Rock?
Pyramid.
We did Pyramid
Pyramid.
Rock, and we did the other one in
Pete's
near
Ridge?
Perth,
Southbound.
Southbound. Yeah.
Did you do Pete's Ridge as well?
No.
you didn't make Pete's Ridge.
And we did some gigs with the Temper Trap when they were kind of.
That's right.
I think it was right around the time they kind of blew up.
It was just after Sweet Disposition had
Yeah.
kind of blown up, so I think they played pretty big venues.
Yeah. And no, we'd love to go back. I think it's the same old thing. It's the same old boring story with us because it's like because we're independent, we kind of gotta wait until someone
Yeah.
offers us the ability to go. We can't really. We don't necessarily front it ourselves. So it's an expensive
Yeah.
trip. So, but we'll be back definitely. It's just a shame that we've skipped almost 2 records before we'll go back. But
I know. It might be the 5th before we get to see you down
Yeah.
there, but we get it. We know how it works.
Yeah.
We know how
I'm sure.
For those who wait.
it's a good way to
All
put
the
it.
cliches.
That's a good way to put it.